What's up? What's up?
What's up? We just finished having like a dinner, right? And if you guys don't know, now you know, we had rice and egg. All right? And that's the bomb. All right? When I tell you that's the bomb, that's the bomb. I think you have, I guess, a Latino.
That's right.
You have to be a Latino to really understand the beauty of
It's
what
a
arroz,
quick get to dinner. It's done fast.
white rice with some egg on top of it.
It's just missing a couple of ingredients to make it Chinese rice.
Yeah, but no. We don't need all that because then that would be Chinese rice. This is arroz con huevo. Right?
It tastes really good.
And after that, some cafecito, right?
I'm having tea.
And man,
Nettle tea.
The beauty of arroz con huevo, it's like we never eat like that. Like we every once in a while we just some rice with egg. That's all. Like that's all you really need. You don't need anything else.
No.
That's it, right? Like
No, because what can you add to that?
I mean, you can add a lot of things, but when you just want arroz con huevo, rice and egg, white rice, egg. But see, it's got to be made the way you make the rice. Like the rice has to be done, that it's just it's different, right? The way
I make the rice?
Yeah, or the way we make the rice.
Who, you and me or Latin people?
Latin people.
Probably.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's not mushy at all. It's not like Chinese rice. It's not like Chinese white rice.
Yeah, but I know a lot of Latin people that don't make the rice the way I make it.
That's true. How do you call how do we make the rice? Like how is it made? Meaning, what type of texture is that? Like it's not wet. It's not dry.
No, but it's
a little bit toasty.
It's like you grab the rice and you go like that and it'll just fall out. It doesn't stick together.
It doesn't stick together, and then at the bottom, since
oh yeah, only Latinos would understand what that's called. It's
pegadito.
Called el pegadito.
That's that little extra crispy rice at the bottom where it's nice and hard and crispy, and that substance you bite it goes. You hear the crunch in it. You can't beat that.
What I try to do is I serve them first and I keep the pegadito for myself.
She's lying. No. She shares it. She shares it.
Come on, guys.
It's
like it's
But it's amazing.
It's my
It's
my
part.
tax that I charge for cooking.
Yeah, you do serve the food, so.
Ooh, you know what I would love to have tomorrow?
What?
That we haven't had in a long time,
What?
but you might say no because of the cheese. Lasagna.
Yeah, I've been cutting out the cheese in my diet completely. I have rosacea. So been trying to get the cheese out. So I'm cutting the cheese a lot.
Well,
get it? Cutting the cheese.
Cutting the cheese.
Yeah, and
well, he should be cutting out more things than just the cheese.
Yes,
but
but
he thinks
we're doing everything in baby steps. The way my diet works is that some days I follow it strictly, and some days I don't give a fuck.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
It's been like freaking gas station steps.
How long it takes a baby to start walking?
Baby, you've been
year.
on this for like 5 years already.
5 years. But not without the cheese.
Yes.
No. No, I just stopped the cheese when this whole coronavirus started.
No, man.
Yeah, man.
No, man.
I was eating cheese like crazy.
When? Who's buying it?
We were buying that campesino cheese.
No, we were not.
In the mornings,
No,
we
were
used to
not.
cut pieces like that.
Negative.
We used to eat.
It's been a long time.
In our subs, we used to have
Yes.
cheese. Now we don't have cheese in our subs anymore.
That's true. And in our burgers.
Our burgers,
Now we don't eat the burgers
would
with
always
cheese.
eat cheeseburgers. Now we cut
The cheese.
It started off about since the pandemic started, since about March.
It's been a long time, babes.
No, you took out cheese.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
see,
I added it back in.
and you added it back in, and that's when. But you were about a year
About
without
a year.
Before since today that you didn't have cheese, and now you add cheese to everything, and I'm the one that's cutting.
Well, I
out
don't really
all the
add cheese to everything because I still don't eat cheeseburgers.
Yeah, you don't eat cheese.
I don't eat No, I don't add cheese.
And subs, you don't add cheese.
What I've been eating is hard cheese, which has more nutrients. It has more vitamins.
It's good cheese, man.
And it tastes good. And you know what? It doesn't really bother my stomach.
I tried it and done. I couldn't do it anymore.
Those cheap, but you know how to fix it. No gluten, but he loves that bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he love that bread.
Bread's good.
Yeah, bread is delicious.
But I've cut out the bread a lot as well.
You have.
Like I used to eat bread in the morning for breakfast. Mm-hmm. I'm not eating bread anymore. I have now spinach. I've added actually 2 carrots in the morning.
That's right, and 2 psyllium nuts.
Yep, and Brazilian nuts, are they?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Selenium.
No, they are Brazilian, but
Brazilian.
they're for the psyllium.
And every once in a while we'll have a spelt tortilla. Every once in a while. We don't do it every day. Except yesterday. Yesterday we did have pancakes because it was our son's birthday. He turned 11 years old. Happy birthday! Shout out to our boy.
PJ, we love you.
11 years old.
Man, 11 years old already.
11 years old.
And we made it the best birthday for him because we got him exactly what he wanted.
We took him on a little shopping spree. He got a chance to purchase the stuff he wanted. You saw how...
It was pretty dope, though.
But did you notice how he wanted to just get to the toy aisle, right? And once he got there, he was like, I really don't... Like, you know that time...
He did try to stop at the Legos.
Yeah, but then he was like...
No, he saw you just keep walking. And then you stopped and you...
Yeah, but he was... I saw his face. He was walking around. He was going like... I said, do you want a Ninjago set? He went, no. And then, we just kind of kept walking over towards the electronics area. And that's when his... that point in your life when the toy aisle is not the toy aisle anymore.
I still love the toy aisle.
Nah, not me.
I like the game area.
There was a point I would go in there for specialty items, but it's not everything.
That's true.
Like before, like for instance, if I want the Monopoly, I'm gonna go to the game area. I'm gonna try to pick up a Monopoly or a game or a board game, right? If I'm trying to find, when Paulix was younger, like a wiffle ball bat, I would go but I'm looking for a specific item. Mm-hmm. But when I was a kid, I remember going through the toy aisle of Toys R Us, and it was every aisle was like, whoa, like, wow, I want this, I want this, I want that, through Toys R Us house, right? And yesterday, he went, and I saw it in his face, he was like, yeah, I don't want anything from here. He didn't want anything.
No, he didn't.
He didn't want anything.
There was nothing that was interesting.
But his first inclination was to head to the toy aisle.
Exactly.
And then I showed him the electronics aisle, and
he got lost.
He got lost there in that section. Like he was like he found a new calling. Now he's no longer. He's still gonna want to pass by because he'll forget, but he's gonna come back to the toy aisle and he'll be like, wait a minute, electronics. Everything's gonna change now. He turned 11 years old, and I think we witnessed when the toy aisle is not the toy aisle like it used to be anymore.
Thank God you went. You see?
Yeah.
He was gonna stay working, but he decided to come with us so he wouldn't miss out on his birthday.
We witnessed it, and it was on his 11th birthday.
And we had fun.
And now we're recording this, so now we can always look back on it and remember that on his 11th birthday, he discovered something greater than the toy aisle, because there was nothing greater than the toy aisle. And once he went into that new electronics section, he never looked back into the toy aisle for any toy.
And when we left, he was just like, all right, let's go. Like, he didn't say, let's pass by the toy aisle. Yeah,
because when he was younger, he would go through all the toy aisles.
Every single aisle.
Yeah, he would look at toys, play with them, and put them back. No, I don't want this. But he was very picky when he did it. Then he discovered Target and stuff like that. They all have a Lego aisle. And Lego was it for a long time. The Lego was it for a long time.
So like around 8.
About 8.
Once he went to the older group at SKC.
Once he went to 4th grade, right?
Yeah, Legos became obsolete.
Then it all turned into electronics.
Fortnite
and Xbox and being able to do different things like that,
Yeah.
And so, yep.
11 years old.
11 years old. Can you believe it?
We have an 11-year-older. Is that how you say it? 11-year-older?
11-year-old. No, 11-year-old. Not 11-year-old. 11-year-old. Because it'll be 11 years older then.
11-year-old.
Yeah, is an 11-year-old. Yeah. Oh, keep getting a pain in my eye. All right.
That's from the coffee. I told him not to start drinking coffee so late. But he decided that it was a great idea, and here goes the coffee.
No, but listen. Coffee after a meal can't beat it.
That's true.
A little bit of coffee, and I didn't make it rich because we have a machine that either makes it rich coffee or regular coffee.
You got that for Father's Day.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. It's the best. She got me a Ninja coffee maker. Man, it's dummy proof. You can't get the coffee wrong. You just add the measurement and it makes the coffee for you. And they're not sponsoring us. They should. Coffee is delicious, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. And then they have a button that's rich. Yep. And the other button that's normal, and that rich, it really does taste rich.
Yeah, and
I drink my coffee black with coconut oil.
You can make iced coffee.
You can make iced coffee.
Tea. You can make tea.
Ooh, you know what we should do tomorrow? We should make that one with the Oreos.
They got these recipes that come with the man, them things are good.
Or get some ice cream. Ooh, somebody got the munchies. Imagine a nice pack of freaking Haagen-Dazs. That dulce de leche one that you like.
You know what?
That peanut butter one. You wouldn't eat it?
You know what I would prefer?
Don't lie.
I would prefer arroz con leche. Much better. But the one you make. Not the one from the store. The one you guys make is amazing. I love that.
Well, why don't we talk about what PJ is going to be doing?
Once it's ready, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Because it's not ready yet. Yeah, it's not ready yet. It's not ready at all. It's not ready.
Nah, fine. I'm cool with that. What kind of coffee do you get?
I get the whole bean, Colombian.
Why you gotta be Colombian?
I don't know. I just always go for the Colombian brand. Even though I don't think it comes from Colombia. Honestly, I have my doubts.
So then why? Why do you have your doubts? Where does it come from? China?
Because it says it's packaged in Newark.
That doesn't matter. They send the beans here in those big
containers.
In those bean bags. Right? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, bean bags.
Yeah, and they put them in there and then they send them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it. That's probably true. It's probably easier to package here.
But you know what is really interesting about coffee? Now you better watch out, people. You better know about your coffee. There's different types, right? There's light, there's medium, and there's dark.
Yes.
Okay. So
I always get the medium.
That's good. The dark one is a little bit too strong, and the light one's not too good. The medium's good. But check it out. Why should you buy organic coffee? Do you know why you get organic coffee?
Why?
I'm asking you. What do you think the reason is that you get organic coffee?
Because of the pesticides?
Yeah. I think coffee is one of the biggest. Coffee and corn are two of the biggest crops that have to.
I read once that it was very hard to get Colombian organic coffee.
Really? I know there's also mold in coffee. Is it coffee that has mold? And that's why you should also get organic and...
Or is it peanuts?
Let's see. I think it's both. I think coffee carries a lot of mold too. Let's see. Does coffee have mold? But you're probably right. It's probably peanuts. Mycotoxins are in almost all low-quality brands of coffee.
Low-quality brands.
One study showed that 91.7% of green coffee beans were contaminated with mold.
I think that the coffee we buy is a low quality, but they charge me high quality.
No.
So,
they do. Listen.
So why is it high quality of coffee?
Because it's organic. We're hoping it is. I'm gonna look up the brand. Because the thing with low quality coffee is it has a higher percent of mold. And you know what? I don't know why it gets mold. I'm gonna find that out and I'll let you guys know on the next one. Because that's interesting, yes, and that's why they're tiny. Look, it says mycotoxins are formed by mold, tiny fungi that may grow on the crops like grains and coffee beans if they're improperly stored. Many different types exist, but the one most relevant to the coffee crops is alflaxtin.
What is that? of aflatoxin,
Okay, aflatoxin. Sorry, guys.
B1, and ochratoxin.
So those are the main ones if it's not packaged correctly. So, hey, you know what? Buy that expensive coffee. Don't be getting that thing from Starbucks. Because I doubt Starbucks uses high quality coffee. They charge. I don't think they do.
You don't know that.
I've read it.
Where?
They get their coffee from China.
Who?
Starbucks.
Starbucks?
Yep.
No, it says Sumatra on it. They get it from Sumatra.
They don't get it from Sumatra. Where does Starbucks
We don't know these facts, guys.
get its coffee? Naturally, Starbucks source of Arabica coffee from 3 key growing regions: Latin America, Africa, and Asia Pacific.
Asia Pacific? Yeah, but some of them is from...
How much of it is from those?
What does it say?
It doesn't say. It says, where does Starbucks get their products from? Does Starbucks coffee come from China? Let's see. That's a good question. The new CIP, operated by Starbucks, will source coffee from China and around the world directly from the origins of processing, roasting, packaging, and distribution for the first time in China. That means they took all the operations to China.
Who? Starbucks? Let me see.
I thought that's what I read.
The CIP, wholly owned and operated by Starbucks, will source coffees from China and around the world directly from origin for processing, roasting, packaging, distribution for the first time in China.
So it seems that they're getting their coffee. Well, China's one of their sources, but now they've taken their operations to China.
Look.
Am I right?
Starbucks announces new roasting facility in China, extending its global roasting network. Today, Starbucks announced they will invest approximately $130 million in China to open a state-of-the-art roasting facility in 2022 as part of its new coffee innovation park. So, Starbucks, to all you Antifas out there, I know you guys like your Starbucks, right? You guys love your Starbucks, right? Look where they're getting their coffee from China, right? They're taking jobs to China instead of putting them here in the United States.
And then you're standing on that long line to pay $8 for a cup of coffee that you could have brewed yourself in your house and you would have enjoyed it better. Just buy the freaking fuzz if you like the damn fuzz on top of the freaking coffee.
People like the coffee being made. Listen, don't mess with people at Starbucks. I'm telling you, people.
They don't make it, the machine makes it.
People love their I don't listen. I get that people get Starbucks. I don't get Starbucks.
I don't get Starbucks either.
I think I've bought one or two
it's been
drinks,
horrendous,
and I've never liked it.
I've
never liked it, and I've tried different ones.
I got that nice mocha one that I love from McDonald's. I compare low quality with high quality. This is McDonald's low quality.
McDonald's actually is rated as one of the best coffees around.
Actually, McDonald's coffee is the bomb.
McDonald's coffee is the shit.
Is the freaking bomb.
I used to like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but McDonald's coffee
is the bomb.
It's the best.
I wonder where they get their Arabica beans from.
I wonder where they get the coffee from.
Let's go see.
China, too?
Oh, no. That would be so terrible.
Where's the McDonald's coffee bean from?
Where
does McDonald's get their coffee from?
McDonald's
Interesting.
Get their coffee. Let's see. Here you go.
China as well?
Colombia and Brazil, baby.
Look at that.
That's why
McDonald's
so
coffee brand, which launched in 2009. McCafe sources a lot of its beans from Colombia and Brazil, and the rest comes from mostly from other countries in Latin America. Those beans are even brought back to the U.S. for roasting and serving at one of chain's 14. You see? And you guys prefer supporting a company that opened up a huge plant in China.
That's right.
Right? And McDonald's is actually right here in the Americas.
And they're staying in the Americas.
And they roast their coffee here in the United States, which employs people here.
But it also helps South America, which is in the Americas.
I know.
We don't take it to another continent. That's good job, McDonald's.
Good job making these.
I love your coffee.
Yeah, your coffee is the shit.
And I love putting like 16 little cups of creamers.
No, I actually like to buy. I like to buy a black and then come back and put my little creamer on it.
That's true. But you know what is also super dope when we don't have that creamer? Him and I, he always gets a large and he shares with me because I'm a coffee drinker, but very little. So that tastes dope. But no, come on. There's cream and there's sugar.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I have to put like 24 sugars in there though for it to taste really good. But McDonald's.
On those road trips, when you stop and you get
an apple pie.
An apple pie. Listen, the best apple pie I've gotten,
the
best apple pie I've ever ate has been in Cancun.
That's right.
Cancun, Mexico. It was the greatest apple pie I've ever ate. It was amazing.
No, because it was also a delicious apple pie in Mexico.
That's what I said.
No, I'm saying in there.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. What? Cancun, Mexico.
Okay, but where was the first place we ate it at?
I think it was in Cancun. And then once we discovered it, we went back to when we did a tour, and then we ended up in Mexico City. And when we got this, hey, let's go see if they got apple pie. And they had that cheese one. Oh, guys.
My goodness. Mexico, McDonald's, órale.
Yo,
si nos pueden mandar uno, mándelo.
Yo, the menu. Listen, you need to understand that different countries have their own specialty menus. And the menu in Mexico on McDonald's for certain things.
The soda tasted a little funky.
The soda tasted like Sprite. It didn't matter if you got Pepsi, Coke,
Dr. Pepper.
It all tasted like Sprite. Don't get the soda. Better off just buy the bottle. The bottle one that's closed. That's going to taste exactly the same. And actually, soda in a bottle tastes better than anything else.
Oh, my God.
Soda in those bottles, you can't beat it. Like,
but you know what? It's not cool to drink it with a straw.
No,
you gotta drink it.
Yeah, you gotta drink it from the.
You can't drink it from a straw because then you just kill the vibe.
Yeah,
you just kill the vibe. You can't hang.
Because then, but also when you put that little straw, for some reason, I used to always get the straws that were smaller than the bottle. So the straw would just go down and you just get it right there.
No, that's not what would happen. This is what wait until I tell you. You're like, oh man, she's right. We used to get those soda bottles in Colombia.
Yeah.
That didn't happen here. And in Colombia, all the straws were made out of paper.
Were they?
Yeah. So it would kind of break down, so then the straw would just fall in.
No, I remember my thing would just...
Really? From the get-go?
Yeah, it would just go in, so I would always have to hold it the whole time. And then sometimes they would go too far, and I would have to catch it. Soda would spill down, and then... But no, it wasn't made of paper, the one I got. No.
The one where I lived in Colombia, like where I used to stay in Colombia.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was made out of paper.
Huh.
They changed it now to straw.
Well, it's in paper. Everything's in paper here now.
Is it?
In Palmetto.
Shoot, we haven't gone out in a while.
So where we live at, yeah. I remember they outlawed plastic straws. And everything's paper now. Everywhere you go through the restaurants here in Miami.
Exactly. Yeah, no. And now what? Because they were ending up in the oceans, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. In people's sodas.
So, the menus in other countries are the other shit.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh my goodness, in Mexico, you shouldn't be eating in the street, but not us. No. We didn't give up.
No, listen, we decided, we're going to come here and we're going to try it out. So, we went to the... How do you call that?
It's like a
Xochimilco.
Xochimilco.
Xochimilco. Or something like that. I'm probably screwing up the whole name, right? And they have these gondolas where you would go on them and you go through the through the lake, right? Like these canoes.
Through the river, right?
Through the river. It's like a river.
It's
right?
like canals, actually.
It's canals.
Yeah.
But then right at the edge of one of these where we were gonna jump on, there was this lady. She was selling these green potatoes. I remember there were green potatoes.
It wasn't a potato. It was like a big arepa.
It was a potato.
But it was green. No. She put potatoes.
Yeah, she put potato.
Inside. With meat.
And we're like, man, they said don't eat anything from outside. And we're like, man, we got to have that. We got to try it. We ate it. We went 50-50 on it. It was the greatest thing we've ever eaten.
Oh, I still remember that.
It was amazing. It was
and they put chile on it. Oh.
We got back to the hotel, drank Pepto-Bismol right away, even though we didn't feel anything.
No.
And we never felt bad.
No.
We never felt bad.
But you know what? Mexico is... you're a beautiful country, man. You're fun to go to. Very nice people.
People treat you very well.
Very nice. We've been there quite a few times into different parts of Mexico.
Except Calle 13. I mean, it's not Calle 13, MS 13.
That's right.
They don't like to treat people very nice.
I'm scared now.
Why? They don't like to treat people very nice. The people get, it's not a secret.
What is it? A militia?
No, it's like a gang.
Oh.
And the cartel is out there, and it's a dangerous place sometimes.
Oh, but, in Tijuana?
Yes, and we even went across Tijuana.
Yeah, that was scary.
That was scary at one point.
That was scary because the plaza was. Remember that? You want to tell the story?
Right after you cross into Tijuana to get into the main city where all the shops and stuff like that are at, you have to cross this plaza, but that plaza is dead.
Yeah, it's like there's no life.
There's nothing.
Not even a freaking pigeon.
Like the stores are shut down, and there's just like a weird group over here, and there's another weird group over there, and we're just walking through this plaza. And I'm walking with you, and I'm walking with my son, and my son was a lot younger back then. He was younger.
Yeah, he was like 7.
7 years old,
6.
so he's young. And then after that, you have to cross this bridge, and the bridge crosses you over this huge highway. So huge highway.
Like I haven't seen a highway like that here.
And the scary part about it, how I felt, was that I felt vulnerable, because I felt like people can just see you from far away. Look at those people walking. I've never seen them.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's meet them here. So once we went there, I said, babes, from now on, we don't talk any more English. Everything we're going to speak is Spanish. We're just going to talk Spanish the whole way. And we did speak Spanish the whole way just to try to, it's not, we just don't know the vibe.
We're like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
Come on, man. When you go to a different country, you're a fish out of water. You don't know where you are.
And even if you know how to speak Spanish, once you get there, they're going to know you're not from there.
Of course.
Because your accent is different. Man, if somebody from one part of the United States goes to the other part of the United States, you're going to know that person's not from around there just by the accent.
If somebody walks around our neighborhood where we live, and they're not from there, you're going to know that they're not from the neighborhood. You kind of know people.
Yeah. I mean, but I assume it's a very transient area.
I thought so too, so that didn't worry me too much. But when you don't see any police around,
but that is that plaza. I don't like that plaza.
Yeah, and then the big street before you cross the plaza, because there's a big street.
Yeah, I forget what plaza that is, but it's just dead. And then to cross that bridge, you have to go up these corridors.
Mm-hmm. And there's
people selling stuff right there, like in the middle, like old ladies, and they don't look the best either.
No, they look like
the people in town.
They look like they'll kick your ass.
They had that big walkway going down like that, and people were selling and you bought those quartz rocks and stuff like that. Like everybody, they looked really nice selling the stuff.
Yes.
But under that bridge,
they didn't look. They look more. They look more from the outskirts of the city.
But the people in the main town of Tijuana, right there, where they have. It was great. Like you felt totally safe. You felt totally
Once you
good.
got to the little area that looked like a little bazaar,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
That's when everything felt safe.
But to get there,
no, even the bridge to cross is all decrepited and
I know.
There was some people like hanging out at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's like in LA, right? That they have those train things.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not nice. That's where Freddy comes out of in his movies.
Yeah, man, it's
scary, but we went.
When you go there as a tourist, man, they treat you so good as a tourist. Like they treat you really good. Like there's great customer service.
But you see, that used to happen here when we
in the United States.
Yeah, everything used to be different when people understood that we had to rely on each other.
Yeah, because customer service has gone down a lot. Like people are forced to do customer service. Like these people. They're selling their own stuff and not even making that much money. And they're offering great customer service. Waiters will give you great customers. They'll tell you, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am. Everything's with a lot of respect and etiquette. But then you come here to the States and you have a person behind the counter that can't even look you in the eye.
Oh, man, that's just so mean.
Or they'll just...
But you know why? Because we've lost... I feel like in the United States, we've lost that respect for each other. Or, like...
Well, we're so divided right now.
Like, we need each other. Because, listen.
We do need each other.
If I own a business and you work at a tire shop and my business has a car and my tire flattens, I have to go to your business in order for my tire to get done. So
if you happen to work at that business, you're going to benefit from me taking my van there, even if it's not your business.
Even if it's not. But if I don't take my van, you don't get paid. And you won't have a job. And it's like... When did we forget this? Like I feel like is it entitlement?
Yes, that's one. We're very entitled, and I think many have forgotten to be grateful.
Yes, But you know what is that? They're taking that away from us. The government and all these things online and all these ads and all these things, it's taking it away from us. They're telling us that it's okay to be selfish. No, you be selfish. Do you. Remember, you do you. Don't worry about anybody. You do you. And when people don't understand that, I can't do me, because if I do me, I might mess you up.
But we don't do, and the thing is that we don't do any wrong. So,
no.
So if you try to correct me,
And
you're
it's not-
wrong because
yeah.
you're trying to correct me. Who are you to correct me?
I could do whatever I want.
I know. And so we, you know, is the greatest country in the world, and we're not grateful. Many of us are not grateful for having it.
I agree, man.
And that's what it is, because we live in a beautiful country. We get, you know, if you cross this country, just going from coast to coast, you're gonna see some of the most beautiful sceneries that you can possibly see. We have mountains, we have snow, we have deserts, we have rivers, lakes.
We have freaking rapids.
No,
We have water.
we
No, we don't have,
freaking-
yeah, we do have waterfall, right?
Yeah, we have waterfalls, and we.
But I'm just saying, we have part of the Grand Canyon. Like, there's a northern side, and then I mean, not the Grand Canyon.
The whole Grand Canyon, yeah.
The Niagara Falls
No, I think the Niagara Falls
is in Canada. I thought
think
it
it borders New York State. I'm not sure. I'm not too correct on that information. But man, we got some great stuff, man, in this country. You know,
And animals out the wazoo.
and climates and beaches and reefs and wildlife, and we have motherfucking Yellowstone Park.
I know.
We have geysers.
Geysers.
We have freaking
Red oaks.
Redwoods.
What redwoods?
redwoods. We
You could
have
drive a car underneath that freaking.
we got a place that the seals hang out on the beach.
We have a place that we could go all the way to the top and ski down from and hang out.
You have Aspen. You know, like we have beautiful places, but I think a lot of people are just not being grateful. I think we just, no, it's all about me. And you know what? And the people that do control us, which I call our lords, they're taking advantage of it.
The lords. Well, why wouldn't they?
They're the lords. Whether you're from the left or from the right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have people that rule over us, and we can all agree on that. And when we start getting so divided with so much crap, they take advantage. Why wouldn't they? It'll be dumb for them not to take advantage of situations where the whole country's in chaos.
Yeah, I actually read an article which I thought, I mean, I say it's funny because like when you look at it, it's hilarious, but then you start thinking about it. Yo, these people are crazy. I read a story on one of the governors saying that they were gonna just pull out the police and just let the rioters take over the city.
That's dumb. It's dumb as this. Like, this thing of defunding the police is stupid. It's dumb.
I was like,
it's dumb. We need the police. Do they need to get better training? Absolutely. They got to get better training.
absolutely, I agree.
They have to learn how to de-escalate situations. I don't think they're wanting to de-escalate. You want to know why? Because they're American. They're entitled. They're also entitled. When's the last time you tried to argue with a police officer? Even if you try to debate them, you don't. The rule is, it's so bad to try to debate them that you hear it from the right all the time. Why are you arguing? Yeah, you cannot argue. That's it. Technically, they're right and you're wrong. Right? So
You're guilty before being proven
So
innocent.
when somebody doesn't feel that they've done something wrong, whether they're a good guy or a bad guy, it doesn't matter, and they try to argue with them, the police should know how to de-escalate the situation quickly. But they don't. They feed the fire.
They get antagonized by what the person is doing.
Yes, and then, yes, a lot of them have a lot of patience, because I've seen some videos of the police officers just with patience of a god. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. But then I've also seen some that just, there's no patience. Zero. Zilch.
Get out the car.
No, what? Yeah. Like, there's no patience, and they go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, but that's how people are.
That's how everybody is. It's not just the police officers. Everybody could be.
Yeah.
Because if now we're telling the police officers, right, to learn how to de-escalate, public too.
Everybody should learn how to de-escalate.
Everybody should be learning how to de-escalate. Everybody should be learning how to de-escalate. If you learn how to de-escalate a situation, shit won't get so bad.
Yeah, but then again, can I ask you a question?
But nobody's wrong.
Exactly. But then again, if you go back and you take it and you become responsible for it, things would probably change, because at the end of the day, why are you arguing? Shouldn't you be having a discussion?
I know, but when...
So then it's our fault too. I mean, I'm not
fault.
saying that it's our fault that people are... It's not a person's fault that they're going out there getting their butts kicked. What I'm trying to say is that you should also be respectful. So...
Again, learn how to de-escalate. Because
Exactly.
you already know
Both.
that
Everybody
police officers are tense. Everybody knows police officers are tensed. A lot of them are overworked. A lot of them probably are not getting paid enough money. A lot of them probably haven't been trained enough. So we already know it's a stressful job, especially now.
Oh yeah, now it's even worse.
Especially if you're a police officer, you're living some stressful freaking times. Because now you feel like everybody, if you thought people hated you before, now it's out in the open. And you're hearing it from media, you're hearing it from everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody hates the police right now. Not everybody. All right?
But that's what
But
the
there's
media,
a large population that is not with the police. And when you stop somebody, is this person with me or against me?
Now you really got to think that. Before it wasn't like that.
Before it wasn't like that. Were you thinking that? You probably were, and that's probably what escalated all the situation, right? Now, as a civilian, if you get stopped, if you get wrongfully stopped, what you said, instead of arguing, understand how to de-escalate the situation so a police officer won't get so defensive. But you have to be able to calm the situation down. Yes. Are you upset that you got stopped for probably just walking down the street, and now you have a person that's pointing a gun at you?
Or telling you to stop?
Or telling you to go on the floor and put your hands behind your back. What the fuck did I do? Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Like if you just got caught off guard.
Yeah, no, you're going to get angry. And I'm not saying you shouldn't get angry, but I'm saying that there should be like a level of respect.
From both sides, though.
From everybody. I agree.
It has to be from both sides. It cannot be from one or the other.
But as a police officer, I think that you have to be able to control yourself even more than the public, because it's lead by example. And if they allowed you and they put you in a position of leadership, then you should be leading. You shouldn't be beating. That's just my take of it.
Do some people deserve to get their ass beat? Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course.
But not everybody.
But not beat.
But I don't. Again, not everybody's getting their ass beat, because I've never gotten my ass beat by a police officer. Like ass beat like that? No, I've never gotten it. Have I been treated rough by a police officer? Yes, I've been treated rough. But I haven't gotten my ass beat.
But then again, you are going to be treated rough because they thought you were a thug. It's not their fault.
Grew up in a rough part. Yeah, but
they didn't beat you.
they ain't beat me.
There you go.
They ain't beat me.
You see what I'm saying?
But I also didn't resist.
But it was also different times.
It was different times, but I didn't try to fight them.
No.
I never did.
Respectful.
I was respectful. I said, listen, what you also need to understand that is, once the police tell you you're going in handcuffs, they're not going to go back on it.
Exactly, but then I've also seen where a person's already in handcuffs and they're getting their butt kicked. Like that poor guy from yesterday that we saw. We saw this video. Damn.
The guy has his hands behind his back, and the police officer comes in and he slams his knee on his forehead. He was already in handcuffs.
He keeps it there.
He keeps it there for a while.
For like 45 seconds.
And then they turn him over on his stomach with his hands already handcuffed, and they hit his head on the sidewalk pavement, and he's just bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, but they did it on purpose, because you saw how hard they flung him.
They
and then they pick him up, and he's knocked out from the blow to the head, and everybody's screaming, "Hey, he's knocked out! He's knocked out!" They almost broke his shoulders. If they didn't break his shoulders.
Again, we didn't see what he did before that.
But once you're in handcuffs, you can't beat some dude. I don't think he did anything.
I don't know what he was getting arrested for. I don't know. I don't know what he was getting arrested for.
Right, he could have been getting arrested for.
How about if he was getting arrested for beating an elderly lady? But yet, that kid that shut up that school
got taken
to Burger King
right after he was done with his little ordeal.
So, why some people get special treatment and others don't? Shouldn't there be a protocol no matter what.
Like, wasn't there a kid waving a gun in a park one day, and it was a toy gun, and he was playing around, and the cops came and killed him?
Within 45 seconds, dead.
They killed him. They didn't even go. But yet, some son of a you-know-what is shooting up a high school, and the cops come, and that kid walks out in handcuffs? That's frustrating. That's
What
frustrating.
about, again, that kid is in a park alone? It's not. There's nobody else around. He has his little BB gun or whatever it was. I don't know what kind of gun it was.
It was a toy gun.
It was a toy gun. And yet, Wisconsin, this dude goes out there. Okay, he's getting attacked. Granted, he's getting attacked. He killed 2 people, injured 1. He's walking by the cops. Why isn't there's a person walking towards you with a rifle on them in a situation where there's riots? They don't know what this person has done or what hasn't done. Why wasn't there even an attempt to stop him?
I didn't see it. Did you see the video?
I saw the video. This kid, he gets hit with some skateboards.
Okay.
I guess the Black Lives Matter movement was attacking him. He takes his rifle, he shoots a couple of people that I think did hit him, right? But he wasn't part of security force. He wasn't part of anything. He just went there to say he's 17 or something like that. He just went there to protect businesses or anybody that needed help. Why not just take out of there completely? Who hired him? Nobody hired him. Nobody told him to go. He just decided to go. Fair enough. Awesome. He thinks he's doing a good deed. Let's grant him that. Granted. He's getting attacked because he went to a place that doesn't agree with his views. He goes in there.
But why did they attack him?
Because he had a gun on him. I don't know why he got attacked. That part of the story, I don't know. I don't know why he was attacked.
If he was walking in the street and the rioters just decided to attack him, they can't do that either.
They can't do that either. Absolutely not.
But I don't know. That's how the story happened.
We don't know how. Exactly. I don't know what happened. But if he was just walking or just standing in front of a store with his gun on him and he got attacked, he's got to be able to defend himself. Point blank.
So your point is that because he was walking.
So my question now is this. Whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, he's walking with a gun and people are saying he just shot somebody. Mm-hmm. Why wasn't there even an attempt of the police officers to just stop him?
I don't know.
That's my only question, because anybody else would have gotten stopped. That 12-year-old kid with a toy gun in a park, he didn't even get stopped. He got killed.
They killed him.
12 years old. This dude, people are telling, there's armored police vehicles going by him. He walked up to a police cruiser on the passenger side. And they probably didn't tell him anything, and then he just kept walking. And people tell him he's shooting people.
Oh, wow.
And they just allowed him to keep walking. He got away. They arrested him the next day. He was trying to leave the state. And he also has a big list of felony charges, resisting arrest.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so he went to go satisfy his crazy
dream.
17 years old.
That was just a dream he probably had. He's probably a big Fortnite player or something like that. He just wanted to live out this dream where...
Well, he's in trouble now.
So he goes there. He kills 2 people. Right? Because now his intent. I went to a place... Let's say he just went there to stand in front of a store with a gun. Fair. You can do that. You should be able to protect people's properties. Why not? I agree with that. They attacked him. He shot back. He killed them. They attacked him. Fair enough. That's okay.
So he went to go look for the fight?
He went to go look for the fight.
How?
But then, how?
Just walking the street?
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I saw a video, but I don't
just know that there's video of him getting attacked with skateboards and people. And then he turns around and from a kneeling position, he shoots one person in the chest. And then he shoots another person in the arm. And before that...
And that guy took out a gun.
That guy had a gun. But before that, I think they were attacking him because he got into a confrontation with another guy. And he shot him in the head and killed him.
Oof.
So he killed 2 people and injured that guy with the arm. But as he's walking away, whether he did it in self-defense or not, why wasn't he stopped? So I say, hey, are you okay? What happened? Well, they attacked me self-defense. Okay, well, you still kill somebody. Regardless if you kill... Listen, if you kill somebody in self-defense or not, you still making a trip to the precinct.
You have to.
If somebody walks into your house and you kill them, you still have to go to the precinct to do a report.
I still have to do a report.
You may not be charged with anything because it was total self-defense, but you're still gonna get arrested.
But you're still gonna, and he did it.
No, he's walking down the street and the police are just passing him. They're passing him as he has a rifle on him. They're just passing him.
But they can't. But you can't walk. That's a state that you're allowed to walk.
But they're telling them, the police, that he just killed somebody. Everybody's screaming in the streets. It's packed streets. Now, fine. You can walk with that. In the middle of riots, somebody's walking towards police vehicles with a gun.
Oh yeah, that's a different ballgame. I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know you don't know, but what I'm saying is, if there's riots right now, it's a tense situation. There's riots happening over there. There's bottles being thrown over here, and there's this dude coming with a gun towards me. He doesn't walk towards me this way. He walks to me on the passenger side. Shouldn't he get stopped?
Yeah, he should have gotten stopped.
Just for walking with a gun in the middle of riots. And if somebody
say he shot somebody, then they should have stopped for sure.
Yeah, because even if you kill somebody, even if it's self-defense, even if you do no time, if you kill somebody when they walk inside your house in self-defense,
you still
go to the precinct.
It's true.
You still go. They're still gonna investigate.
These are some crazy times that we're living.
Why wasn't he investigated?
They did the next day.
They gave him chance.
They gave him a chance, and he didn't take it.
Well, he did take it. He was escaping, but they gave him a chance. Why would they give him a chance when he? That's.
I know that's like throwing salt on the cut.
Like this guy, I don't want to get his name wrong. Baker, I think it's Baker. He just
Jacob. The guy who's paralyzed now.
Jacob Harris, Jacob something. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm screwing up his name. He got shot 7 times in the back. Why wasn't he? Why didn't they stop him?
Yeah.
They saw him walking to the car. Why didn't they stop him?
And then
why did they let that get to that point? I see somebody walk into a car.
Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake got shot 7 times. You see the video. He walks around and he goes into a car. Now, supposedly, the police knew of him already.
Yeah, they had already knew that he was
He was trouble.
There was a warrant out for his arrest.
He was trouble for something.
For doing something to a 15-year-old.
He was trouble. Yeah. They knew he was trouble.
Rap sheet already there.
If you live in certain neighborhoods, there's this dude, there's 1 or 2 dudes that the police already know. That they know that, listen, if this dude, he's trouble. Right? Supposedly they knew him. He's walking to his car. Why would they allow him to even open up the car door? Why didn't they just grab him?
That's what they usually do. I don't
Taser him. No, they let him open the door and actually reach in.
And grab. And that's when he got shot,
and
right?
that's when he shot him in the back.
And he didn't shoot him 1 time.
7 times in the back. Now, granted, he's reaching into his car. You fucked up at that moment.
Yeah, but you let him get to the car.
Yes.
So you fucked up at that moment.
So listen, I think they both fucked up.
Yeah.
I think Jacob Blake, yes, you shouldn't have gotten shot the way you got shot. But in these times we're living, I mean, I don't think you live underneath a rock that you don't know the tensions that are happening between, Black Lives Matter movement and police officers in the whole country, as a matter of fact. You're going to walk into your car?
No, and then
right now and reach into your car?
But he said he was getting something from his car.
Yeah, he had a knife. And there was a knife on the floor. Supposedly there was a knife found on the floor of the car.
Then he's not too bright.
You wasn't too bright. Why would you walk into a car?
I'm sorry.
When they're telling you to stop, Why are you walking into a car? Okay, granted, most shitty people are not going to listen to the police.
That's why
we have police officers, so they can.
We don't have to deal with the.
So
shitty
we don't have to
people.
deal with the shitty people of our society.
Exactly.
They deal with the shitty people, right?
Yeah.
So shitty people are gonna do shitty things. They're not gonna listen. We all know that. We can all agree to that. Fair. Why would they let him even reach for the car? Why wouldn't they grab him?
Do you think that it was more maybe scared?
Or
they didn't wanna maybe it was kind of innocent in a sense, because they didn't want to be known as those guys that grab somebody and beat the crap out of them.
But they
maybe he got scared when he saw the knife. Man, a lot of stuff happens.
How about if he says, "Go for it. I want to see you try to reach into that car. I'll shoot you."
He didn't say that.
How about if that's his mentality?
Oh, okay. Then
I'm not saying he never said that. He never said that. There's nothing when he sees that is said. But I'm saying...
You're saying that that's the thought.
The thought process in his head. Yeah. Let me see. You reach
Test
into...
me.
Test me. Reach into that thing. And I already told you to stop.
You didn't listen.
You defied me, my order.
Yeah, you know what? That's a possibility.
Let me see you go ahead and reach. Oh, you are walking into the... Oh! So you are... Wait a minute. You tested me. You failed your test. I'm going to shoot you. Why couldn't his thought process been, he's going to get inside his car, I must stop him before.
And it was 2 police officers.
Before
right?
I have to kill you. Because listen, I don't care who you are. If you're a police officer, and I tell you, if I'm not a police officer, but I'm going to let you guys know. If I was a police officer and I tell you don't go into your car and I cannot make it to stop you into that car and you reach into that car, I'm only going to assume you're reaching for a gun. Because I have a gun. I mean, I'm allowed to if I'm a police officer.
Yeah.
So if you're reaching into your car for anything, and I told you don't go into your car, I'm going to have to shoot you because either you're going to shoot me.
Yeah, no.
So,
and somebody's got to win.
But if they let him get there.
Yeah, I agree. I saw. They were standing on the sidewalk. He gets out. He walks that hard walk across the street.
Yeah.
Goes into the car, opens the door, and he pulls his shirt back, and then he starts shooting him.
So, Jacob Blake, fucked up. You shouldn't have gotten into your car.
Yeah, man.
You
Why
fucked
you
up.
Do that?
Police officer, you fucked up. You shouldn't have let him get into the car.
That's right.
You both fucked up.
2 wrongs made a big wrong.
And now, look, more attention.
No, and then I read an article that was hilarious that goes, officials found the cop that shot, and I said, they didn't know who it was? I was like, who was the arresting officer? Oh. I was like, I can't believe
They have to know. They released the name. That's what they did.
Yeah.
They released the officer who shot his name, which they usually don't do that. They
So why did they? To cause more beef? This is a plan.
I don't know.
A plan to conquer the
like we
world.
said earlier. Why wouldn't they take advantage of it? Why wouldn't they take advantage of it?
And especially if our heads are in the clouds.
Why wouldn't that whole shooting of that kid in Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm. Which one? The one on the bicycle?
No, so the kid with the rifle that just
Yeah,
killed those 2 people.
Uh-huh.
And listen, call me a conspiracy theorist, but it looks staged. Everything looks staged. Like I saw a video when the guy gets shot in the head and they have him on the floor. There wasn't a lot of blood. It looked more like a little scrape. And then, like, everything looked too perfect and the camera angles were just enough.
Hey.
And
you have the right to believe whatever you want.
And, like, the whole thing looks staged. Yes, they said somebody dead. But if you look at all the pictures of the people, it's hard to see their faces.
No, and not only that.
Except for him.
How is it that one person or some people filmed it from the get-go? There was a guy... The video that I saw was the guy filming him from the get-go where he's standing in front of the businesses with all the other guys. Mm-hmm. And then when he just starts walking off and going around.
It looks too staged, man.
And then the camera guy is there with him the whole time. The whole time.
And then they show him talking with the police officers.
Yeah, and laugh. He was smiling.
And they were, I guess, getting water from them and stuff like that because they told the police officers. I may be screwing up this whole story, but what I think I read was that he was in like outside in the street, and there was like a conversation between him and the police officers, and I guess the police officers knew of them already there. But there was camera of this, and then they show this.
I don't know.
You know,
You're right.
to me, it looks very. I would like, and notice he didn't kill any black dude.
No, they're white.
The people he killed were all white.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, they are black and they are white, right? So he killed 2 white dudes, and he injured another white dude at a Black Lives Matter movement where where the majority of people protesting are most likely black. And out of those people, he killed 2 white people, and the guy that he killed that shot in the head,
3 white people.
Yeah, 3 white people.
Killed 2, injured 1, but he shot 3.
Yeah, killed 2 and injured 1.
Yeah.
Shot 3 people. So it's but it looks too staged to me, man.
It probably is, man.
I don't know. To me, like I said, call me a conspiracy theorist, but to me, it looks.
Can I call you baby?
Yes, you can. It looks like conspiracy theory to me.
But hey, get your coffee from Colombia.
Yeah, that's right.
Organico, por favor. And we already told you why. The cheap brand has too much mold.
That's right.
And now he's going to make me investigate the coffee that we're buying. I'm going to make sure it comes from Colombia.
But guys, I think it was a great podcast.
Me too.
Like we had a lot of fun. We spoke about a lot of things. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, subscribe on YouTube, listen to us, and give us a like.
That's right. We need it, guys.
All right, guys. See you guys on the next episode.
I hope you like my Mexicano shirt.
Bye, guys.